We're going to take down every fucking paedophile network globally, and we're going to do it collectively. Now, this is what I want my soldiers to do, my hackers on Reddit and my hackers on the dark web. Keep selling your shit on the dark web, but we want to know exactly how they manage to produce, reproduce, distribute, disguise, hide, in plain sight, child rape. Now, first things first, that shit gets blacked the fuck out. There's no more paedophilia on the dark web. But then how are we going to catch them if there's nothing there? It's easy. You trace the keys, you trace where the money went in from one bank account into another exchange. You need ID, you need to provide an email address, you need to provide so many things in order to go from dollars to Tether to Zcash to Monero. At the beginning, at the start, Coinbase is there, so is Kraken. Yeah, but doesn't that get rid of the anonymity of coins? Yeah, exactly that. Exactly, that's what it does. We ruin privacy coins. No more privacy. No more privacy. Why can I not get traced back when I buy a gun from a shop? You've got a receipt, you've got my card details. That stops the police and prevents people from buying guns and murdering people with them because they know there's a trace back to the source. I'm not talking ketchup on the bed at the end of these videos. I'm talking about the fact that the metadata is there and it's easy to see, it's easy to share. We start off with the exchanges. Every single exchange, you need to give us the names of every single person that sold either euros, dollars or pounds into Monero or Zcash, or we follow it from the wallet, the BTC wallet, to the Zcash wallet and the Monero wallet. Why are you using Monero? It doesn't have any value other than the fact that it's a privacy coin, and privacy coins are used by pedophiles to propagate pedophilia and distribute child rape across the internet. Just because it's a dark web doesn't mean we can't shine a torch on that fucking shit and unearth all of the filth that lies beneath. So exchanges, you have a choice. Give us those fucking names of every single person that bought Monero or Zcash, and I'll touch on Bitcoin in a second, but let's forget that for now. The privacy coins, every single person that went on an exchange to buy a privacy coin, we want their names and we're going to do checks on you and find out what you have in your hard drives, what you have in your iCloud, what you have on your phone. We're checking every single one of you. Now, that's hundreds and thousands of people that we're going to get checked and clocked. And what does that mean? That means mass suicide day, because you know Principal A, and you know Nurse B, and you know Builder, probably not Builder because he doesn't know how to do it, but is relatively sophisticated, is intelligent men using the internet, the dark web, to masturbate to a 3-year-old getting raped over and over and over again. And you watch it and watch it and you store it and you bring over a friend and you watch it and watch it and you store it again and you share it with many, many, many men. But now's your time. Now's the time for me to find out who you are. Oh my God, can you believe Lucy's dad was a pedophile? Can you believe he killed himself in a car with gas when he found out that Hassan was about to attack? So exchanges, you either give us the fucking names of everybody that's bought Monero or Zcash, or we'll legislate against you. We'll make it so that any exchange needs to be regulated by the FCA or the FCC or the FINMA or wherever it is, your exchange needs to be regulated, and we do KYC on every single person that bought Monero or Zcash, and we're going to do that anyway, but that might take some time, and we don't have time because we've got children to protect. So Coinbase, unless you want to die, give us the names of everybody that bought. We don't even have Monero on our exchange. Fine, fuck it. Whoever has Monero and Zcash on their exchanges, I don't care whether you're in Russia, I don't care where you are, you're giving us the names of every single person that bought those coins. Option number 2, we motherfucking hack you. We hack your coins, you're centralized, one person owns most of it, it's so fucking easy to hack. We put a bounty so large that Redditors join in packs trying to hack every single coin to find the names of all of those people watching child rape, not pornography, it's child rape you're watching. You're watching the innocence of a child as they bleed and cry and wish they would die, a little child, that innocence being stripped apart. And you play your part by sitting back and watching and masturbating because you've got a sickness of the mind or you're depraved or whatever it is. In Dubai, when you see a beautiful woman, you don't just rape her on sight because you know there's punitive justice and restorative justice and the Sharia law exists to prevent you. So if you can do that in Dubai, then you can stop yourself from trying to buy a girl a toy and lead her into a van before you rape her repeatedly and kick her out, destroyed and broken ribs, broken face, broken soul, and she has to live with that for the rest of her world, no fucking more. Child rape is dead. So exchanges cooperate, or the Bank of England or the Federal Reserve or the ECB will step in and will just end your coins forever. Do you know how easy that is? It's called democracy. And when it becomes the narrative and everybody sees what I already can see, what I already know, then you'll know that, yeah, we're actually fucked. We better give those names up. Otherwise, all our millions, our paper cash is worthless, and I'm gonna tank BTC anyway because it's a fucking rape coin, which is why Satoshi Nakamoto disappeared. So if you're holding BTC, just sell that fucking shit until I come back and I'll tell you what to do with it. I'm not fucking joking. It's a rape coin used to rape, used to fucking propagate a child getting anally penetrated and then orally penetrated and then ejaculated on and watched over and over and over again. Not anymore, not on my watch, not on my watch. Coins, if you think I'm fucking joking, you're actually mad. Like, we're gonna find you all out. All your IP addresses are there, you're so fucking dumb. You record the evidence. If you're gonna rape a child, don't record it so we can find out who you are. And then, solution number 2, which we'll do at the same time. But let me get back to you, let me get back to you, let me get back to you. Now, there's going to be 2 levels. If you have stored and watched child rape evidence, you go to level 1 of a rehabilitation centre. That centre resembles a prison. Yeah, you're still going to get fucked up on site, but you're not going to get tortured. But in order to be in level 1, you need to cooperate. We might even let you out. If you've only got a few images, we might even let you out and put you in a proper rehabilitation centre so we can cure your fucking sickness or illness or disease. But listen to me, you tell us who's doing it. You're all networks, networks of men and men and men and men talking to each other about how best to rape and where to catch them and how to groom them and how to do it and how you've done it because you boast. Because men boast about their crimes, they boast about their wealth, they boast about their health, they boast about everything, and you're all boasting on the internet, on forums so fucking dark, so fucking evil, that the devil himself can't even watch. But the angel of death is here, and it's judgment day, and we don't want fucking dirty pedophiles on our earth anymore. So level 1, you cooperate and you tell us who did it and who's producing it, and you point us in their direction, and the more evil the person that you point us to, the less severe judgment will be for you. That's the truth. It's not snitches get stitches, it's snitches don't get as bad stitches as they would. So we break up the network slowly, and then you point us to Ross Ulbricht, the inventor of the dark web. No, I don't think he was a pedophile, or maybe he was, or maybe that's why he stopped, I don't fucking know, but I'm gonna find out. Right, so you tell us who's producing the material. You know who they are because they boast about it. They say, look, I'm going to film another video of my daughter and I'm going to rape her anally, and let me know what angles I should use and whether I should use a different phone or whether I should get my friend to come along and we'll gang rape her, and there's nothing she can do because her mum has no idea, and even if her mum did, she's a crack whore and she doesn't care, she just wants crack. She doesn't care that her daughter's getting cracked upstairs by multiple men just beating the shit out of a little child, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, and even babies. Now you help us catch them, or we torture you in level 2, and level 2 is the worst possible place you could ever imagine to be, and that's ranked by how horrible your crime was, how repeatedly you did it, and how young they were. And the younger they are and the more it's repeated and the more horrible the crime, the higher you go up in level 2. Level 2 is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, hell. Now you don't want to be in hell. You don't want to be that guy that's been raping babies in Vietnam or Philippines or South America or wherever they let you do it with your dirty, filthy money. You know, you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy, because in the new world, it's not forgiveness, it's not solitary confinement, it's not obsess over your crimes, segregated from general population. No, 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 no. It's get your fingernails pulled out so fucking slowly that you wish you could erase your memories, that you wish you could go back in time and scroll up and leave little Katie alone, your daughter, who was only 4 years old, that you raped anally for years and years. You didn't even use her vagina, you just raped her anally because you've got an anal fetish. Now imagine one of these going into a little girl's bottom. Just imagine it. Doesn't even fucking fit, and yet you jam and jam and jam away. You fucking rape and torture a little child for being born to your fucking seed, your own seed. You rape away, and if that's not enough, then you record it for the world to see so you can boast about your disgusting crime. And you think, my time's never going to come up, they don't care about us, we're on the dark web, we're invisible. No, you're not. You've left so much metadata, you've had to go on an exchange to buy those coins to facilitate and produce and reproduce that child rape over and over and over again. And then, no, there isn't 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months of evidence. No, we literally prosecute within a couple of days, and there you are, either in level 1 or level 2. And if you're in level 2H, then fucking hell, Jahannam must be unfathomable to a human being, because what we're going to do to you for raping a baby is so beyond comprehension that even now, as I imagine watching me skin you alive, leaving your nerve endings open and pouring gasoline on them, but not too much that you die, just so that you have a cardiac arrest, and then we revive you and do it again and again and again, so you know how it feels to be raped repeatedly. For doing what? Rape, yes, you get it because you actually rape, whereas a child did nothing but want to go to the cinema and drink grape juice with her friends. Instead, she had to hide the scars in her vagina and in her ass because her father's been raping her since she was a child. Don't worry, honey, you can go out today. I'll look after Katie. And as those words leave his mouth, Katie shudders with fear because she knows when he locks that door, he's gonna rape and rape and rape away, and he prefers to do it anally because he's so fucking twisted. But it takes him about 5 minutes to set it all up, get the cameras all ready and live stream it for his fucking following that pay him in Bitcoin to rape live on the internet. Now, could I be making that up, or it already happens in real life in pornography? So what makes you think it doesn't happen in child rape? It's a sickness, not a sickness of the mind. It's a depravity that we have to extinguish from this earth. And if we fucking don't, Allah will take us on the day of judgment and say, why the fuck did you let little children get raped when you knew the answer all along? You knew the answer lay in cryptocurrency. And answer number 2, school, police, woman. Every single school has a visit from a school police woman, and then charities like 1 in 5 join, and we ask more and more and more survivors, what's the language of abuse? How do they do it? How do they isolate? How do they do it repeatedly? Tell us everything. Give us a questionnaire of what they did to you and how they did it and how they kept going and going and going, and why you felt so scared to come forward. Maybe because there was no avenue to come forward. What, go to the police as a 6-year-old? Like, that's impossible. But you can go to a 6-year-old nursery and go up to your school policewoman and say, daddy's hurting me, and then when you do, the rest of the class say, we love you, Sophie, like, you're so strong and you're so amazing, and here's a little badge to show how well you've done, and we'll give you a hug, and you're the popular girl in school because you don't deserve all of that, you don't deserve that hurt, you're so lovely and kind, and I don't know how you've managed to make it this far without that fucking horrible stuff they did to you. Like, we love you, we love you, we love you, and we shower them with love, and we rip out the shame of being raped, because why should you feel shame for a rape that you did not propagate? You were just trying to live your childhood, and now you feel misunderstood, or maybe it feels like you understand what's going on when he says, take off your clothes or else. It's a command followed by a threat. That's what they do, a command followed by a threat. Then they blame you, they use guilt. It's called guilt, children. It's your fault this is happening to you. It's because of you that I'm doing this to you. It's your fault. And when you think it's your fault, it's like when you go and buy a chocolate bar and you steal that chocolate bar, and the shopkeeper says, it's your fault that you stole that chocolate bar you stole. But in this instance, you're not stealing anything. They're stealing your innocence. They're stealing your fucking childhood. And they rape and rape and rape away. They think they can get away with it when they've given us the fucking evidence. Digitally, it's so easily available who did what and when they did. It's not raping a girl in a forest where there's no one around and no videos. No, this is freely available on the internet if you know where to look. And I haven't looked at a single thing, but if the police say, Hassan, we'd quite like you to look at this and we're going to make you an honorary policeman, could you give us a hand if you don't mind watching a child get gangbanged to see if there's something else we could have done? Then yeah, I'll fucking do it. I'll wear that badge as a badge of honor. Like, I don't care. I've been to places so dark in my mind that you can't even imagine. When I say stuff like 4-year-old boy raped anally and double penetrated anally and broken ribs and broken shoulder and broken eye socket, and only found because at school they saw a black eye that seemed so grotesque that he couldn't defend it by walking into a door, or like when my sister sat on a case in jury duty where a girl was being raped by her father, and the only way they found out that it was him is that she caught an STI. A little girl caught an STI, but it was the best STI that she could have ever got because it freed her from the evil man, not Muslim man, Muslim name, evil man. It freed her from that. An STI, what a blessing. Who would have thought? Now, what they'll do next is they'll try and do more sex tourism. They'll go abroad and they'll try and rape kids in Cambodia or Philippines or South America. Now that's a little bit harder now because some of those kids don't go to school, they stay at home, they're illiterate, or they're in pleasure houses or brothels or whatever it is. So now is the time to attack. Military operations globally to break down all of those sex networks. If you come forward as a woman or a man to give us information on where those houses are, where those children are, we will reward you financially. I will personally ensure that you're financially rewarded. You just give us the locations, and then when we've got those fucking locations, we bust down the fucking door. And if you're in our way, we fucking kill you. But we want to arrest you, we want to send you to level 2, hell. We don't want your life to be over. We must protect the child and take him out. And then when we come back in, we bludgeon you so fucking badly. We bludgeon you so fucking badly. That's the people that work there, the men of course. The women we're gonna need because we need you to tell us where are the networks, who's the rest of it. We're gonna bludgeon you so fucking badly, and hell in the Philippines is gonna be way worse than hell in the UK, or no, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be so fucking horrible that child rape will never happen again. And then we're gonna check all of the passports. Who visits the Philippines over and over and over again, over and over and over again? Who also has child sex abuse material on their computer and visits the Philippines over and over and over again, and then we find out who you are. You might not be producing that material in the US or the UK because it's not that easy to groom a child, and if you do it to your daughter, you might get caught if she says something, like you try and isolate in order to rape. But if we match your names to people who are storing child sex rape on the computer, then it's level 2 for you, bro. This isn't a joke. Child rape ends in the next year. It ends. The only place that child rape will exist is in a cave so fucking deep on Earth that you think you're not gonna get caught, but no, we'll hunt you as well. We'll hunt you and hunt you and hunt you like that bitch in Lord of the Rings where she's like trying to find that ring and it's like she's going like ham as fuck. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna hunt you and hunt you and hunt you and hunt you because there's no rape, child rape in Dubai. Why? Preventative justice, restorative justice. People are too scared to rape a child, but here we're fucking soft. We segregate you from general population, allow you to just obsess over your fucking crimes. Like, oh, this time is easy, I can just masturbate over little Sophie who I raped over and over and over again. And yeah, I got bad paperwork, but that bad paperwork gives me safety. No safety for you. You're in general population, and in general population, it's the same fucking rules as Gabos, motherfucker. Game ain't based on sympathy. And like, if you are stupid enough to let him into the white brotherhood with bad paperwork, it's on smoke for you as well, you Nazi cunt. So school nurse, school teacher, you work together. You just go to every single school. Put together a questionnaire. Does this happen? Does this happen? Does this happen? If you're scared, it's fine. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Here's a cuddly toy that X has sent for you. And here's a little badge with a number that says, I'm a little hero, and I'll hold that and cherish that for the rest of my life. And every single badge has a different number. So the first girl that comes forward, she gets 00000000001. And when she meets somebody and they say, oh my God, you've got one of those badges, you're a survivor, I love you, like, well done, like, you did so well. She'll go, you'll never guess what? And they'll go, no fucking way. She'll be like, yeah, you never guess what, you never guess what? And she flips it over and it says 00001. The first child saved from child rape. And they both cry and hug and love each other, and she says, I'm number one, I'm X's number one, I'm X's number one. And we shower them with so much love, and we don't blame the mothers for not knowing. It's men that rape children, and in the rare occasion where the mother's a crack whore and she's facilitating rape, well, yes, on site for you, like you're going straight to jail, and that child is being put in a safe home and having his childhood back or a childhood back. And then there's therapy at school. Yeah, not after school. After school is hard to pick them up. There's therapy at school. So you have a school therapist. Where are we going to find the money? Fucking easy. Expat money. All that expat money offshore, not private equity, expat money offshore, that just goes straight to the government. Trillions and trillions and trillions of pounds there to protect children from being fucking raped by their own fathers, uncles, or whoever it is just trying to groom kids because they can't control their sexual urges, or they're just sick, or Allah said there needs to be evil on this earth, because if there's no evil, how do we know what good is? We suffer to feel, we suffer to cure, we suffer and suffer and suffer and more. And whilst you might think my suffering was bad, it's nothing compared to a child being raped badly, so badly she can barely walk, let alone get on the rings in the gymnastics and on a balancing bar and on the floor, because every time she twists and turns and does another flip and lands on her feet, all she sees is that man's face as he rapes her, when all she wanted was a leg rub. To my US gymnastics queens, big up! Anyone who's been raped by anyone, give us their names. We don't need any more. 45-year-old men don't lie about being raped by an 8-year-old man. Doesn't matter how old they are, justice on this earth for them. Not only did I say, Allah said. And then self-defense. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu taught in every single school, age 4 upwards. No more fucking balancing beams, no more running in circles, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We don't know what might come next. We don't know what might come next. Whatever it is, whatever I'm scared of, you should be fucking scared of too. But whatever it is, it always does one of three things: rape, pillage, murder. And I'm not letting my species get raped, murdered, or pillaged. And usually it's just rape. You rape and then murder. You pillage and then you rape. Or you just pillage their women and take them back to wherever you're from and rape them there too. Or it's just rape. So self-defense in schools, like how do I use a fucking pencil that I've got in my pocket to turn it into a weapon so that as soon as somebody tries it on me, I shove it so far deep into his neck that his artery bleeds and it pops out. And as the blood pours all over your face, you think, X would be so proud of me right now for preventing that motherfucker from raping me. Children, we need you to become animals. If this has happened to you, if they hurt my front bottom and my back bottom, and Daddy's been doing this to me and he keeps telling me that if I tell anybody that I'm going to be in trouble, you're not in trouble, I'm telling you this now. You're a fucking hero and I'll give you anything in this world, you beautiful girl. Let's find 0000001. Let's black out the fucking dark web and let's make sure child rape never comes back. 2025, the emancipation of child rape.